Hey guys, hope you had a great week. This is a video that is completely different to what I normally do, but I hope you guys enjoy it. It's a long-winded vid of like 18 to 20 minutes, so I don't expect you to stay the whole time. But it's a podcast because I got an invite from a pretty damn big anime channel, 24,000 subscribers, so that's a pretty big feat. And he asked me to be a guest on his podcast, and of course I accepted. And I met everyone behind the channel, and I met a couple of his friends, and they're really cool guys, so check out their channels in the video description as well. But in this podcast we just talk about the upcoming spring anime of 2015, so if you want to know exactly how many anime are going to be out this spring, go to the video description right now, and there's a link to that very page that we got all the anime from, with all the synopsises and all the dates that it's going to be released. So if you really want to know all those technical details, then look in the description and you'll see all the anime that will be out this season. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I put some Sleeping Dogs footage in the background, but yeah, I think it's just a nice way for you to listen and to watch me play gameplay at the same time. I know it's not anime related, but it's better than watching a still image, I think. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you next time. So the anime I picked, out of my two animes I picked for this season, is Plastic Memories. Now this one is kind of different. I mean, it still sticks to the formula that a lot of other sci-fi animes have done, but this one kind of reminds me of Chobits in a way, because it's based off of droids, and it's like a technology that's gone wrong, so when the service of these androids die out, they kind of pass and die. So what they do is they have like this SA Corp, which is a terminal service, and they retrieve what's called the Giftia, which is what the androids are called. Like you would in Chobits, you get they're called Chobits. So there's a new employee at the terminal service called Tsukasa, and basically he forms a team with the other droids and tries to save all of them, but obviously there's things in the way. So guys, what do you think about this one? I think it's going to be quite promising.
I think the story of it sounds good. I'd hope that it'd be a actual long season of 24 episodes or more. But hey, whatever it comes out, I guess it comes out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how many 24 episode animes are going to be out this time around, but yeah. I'm just content with a 12, to be honest. If it's decent enough, if it really does end on a good note, then that's fine. You know, but if it doesn't end well and it feels that there should be more to it, then I'd hope for a second season, because sci-fi is definitely a genre which I'm quite fond of, and seeing as doesn't seem to be any romance or any of that in it from the genre, so it's going to be interesting to see how they just fit in sci-fi throughout the whole thing instead of having like other sub-genres kind of around it. But yeah, that's my take on it. Any other opinions on this one, or?
I would say 12 episodes sometimes is like a bit short for development in terms of characters. Sometimes what happens is when you start up slow, and then it picks up after 5th episode, and it just tries to wrap up around the 8th episode, and then you really, it feels like potential that was lost rather than something good. That's why 24 episodes usually are good, but if they do it well, they can do it in 12 episodes, but it just depends whether they can keep the story consistent throughout.
Yeah, like I was talking to you earlier about how long I give a series before I kind of give up on it, and I usually give it like 3 to 4 episodes. So if this one does interest me in those, I will keep it on my list and I'll continue to watch it. But yeah, it did come up to my attention, so luckily it's something that's really good this season, and I'm looking forward to it. So my second anime I picked is called Recon. Now apparently this one, I've been told, has a preview, and I haven't actually seen it yet, so that'd be really good to see that. But the story centers around a girl who just sees a bunch of ghosts and other supernatural phenomena in her surroundings, and this story follows her daily life with both her friends and the otherworldly, apparently. So this one is a comedy school anime, so I'm not sure what you should expect from this other than just comedy and school. I mean, there's obviously not going to be much romance in this because it's based off of supernatural. So if you're like a supernatural lover, then this one might be for you. Although there's not much in the synopsis about this, so I'm guessing it's going to take the route of maybe a slice of life, like slash horror type of twist. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just taking stabs at the water right now, but what do you guys think?
Just hoping.
Are you interested in this, or is it?
I hope that they make it a horror style slice of life, because with me personally, I love slice of lives, and if they can do a spin on that, that'd be great.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if it's done well, then it's going to be appreciated. But slice of life, in recent years, apparently has really just fallen down in quality. But hopefully, I'm not really familiar with the studio that are working on this, but hopefully they do a bang-up job of it. So anyone else have any other opinions on this one before we move on to the next?
Slice of life for me, I think, needs strong characters, I think, because it's all about you relating to their life. And I think if this one does that well, I think then it'll be a good slice of life anime.
Yeah, that's a
and
fair
with
point.
that, yeah, and with the comedy, I think comedy is a really good thing. I mean, it's a really good thing to incorporate with slice of life because it adds extra to it, and it just gives you another reason to watch it, and it makes it more interesting. But from what I've seen of this anime, from the preview and from what I've read of it, it really does look like to me a generic slice of life that you watch to just chill down. It's nothing from what I've seen from the preview, nothing groundbreaking in the genre. But I mean, if the original ideas have done if they're done well, then I mean you don't really need to invent something new if it's not broken. But
Yeah,
that's what I really think of
don't
it.
fix it, really.
The first anime I'll be picking is Nisekoi. The synopsis says Raku Ichigo is an average high school student. He also happens to be the sole heir of the head Yukusa family called the Showa 10 years ago. Raku made a secret promise with a girl he met. They promise one another that they will get married. They reunite. Since then, Raku never lets go of the pendant the girl gave him. Basically, from the first season, I really enjoyed it. It really doesn't bring that much to the rom-com, but I partially enjoyed it because of the story. But other than that, I really enjoyed the first season. I highly recommend it. Does anyone else have opinions on this?
I personally love this series a lot because, my viewers will know that I love romance comedies, so I'm kind of a sucker for these. And I will agree that with most people when they watch Nisekoi, that the last episodes where it kind of finished off, it didn't really feel like it finished. It felt like there was more to it. So I was really glad when they announced the second season. So I really am looking forward to it.
I mean, you can ask Musa. When they announced it, I was so happy. I didn't know until I actually went online and saw that they were making a second season. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, as long as I have more of the first season, I'll enjoy it. Because the first season was really done well for me. I think it's one of the best romance animes to come out that year. Alongside, I think it was Golden Time, and it was done really well. And it was a good harem show as well.
The second anime I picked was High School DxD. The synopsis says, Hirodo is your average perfect high school student whose one wish in life is to have his own harem, but he's got to be one of the unluckiest guys around. He goes on his first date with a girl only to get brutally attacked and killed when it turns out the girl is really vicious fallen angel. I gotta say, this is great anime to fap to. I personally know. And other than that, I personally enjoyed it. I had my few laughs here and there.
Guys. It's High School DxD. You're supposed to love it. You're supposed to feel it. It's supposed to be fuck you phone. It's supposed to be a part of you. You're supposed to love it. And as a matter of fact, I love High School DxD. Why? I don't fucking know. But anyways,
High School
I
DxD
wanted to ask
is on top of Fate Zero because it's just so good. Great. You get more enjoyment out of it, including with your hand.
Absolutely. So guys, what are you? Are you a boobs or an ass type of guy?
Oh, I'm an ass.
I'm Opie all the way.
Yeah.
This series actually got really good reviews because obviously the ecchi content, but secondly, because it actually had a decent story for an ecchi. It was really surprising for a lot of people, yeah. So I was really surprised with it. I had a lot of hidden qualities.
Proud of you, High School DxD. Proud of you.
Including the powers that he has.
So the first anime I picked was Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Work Season 2.
Hype.
I know. I mean, because the first season ended. I mean, if any of you know, so the first season ended really on a cliffhanger, and I don't want to spoil anything. So people, if you want to watch the first season, it's on Crunchyroll. Just go check it out. But all I'm going to say is, Fate Stay Night is it's like a battle royale between 7 ancient warriors, like what's it called, King Arthur and the rest. Archers,
historical figures, historical
legends, exactly. And between them, and it's wrote in a way where each one of them gets enough character development, and each one, it really, you can't really say there's a main character, because each one of them have their own episodes and time to develop. And then with this Fate Stay Night, it's a prequel. No, not prequel. It's a sequel to Fate Zero. And if you've seen Fate Zero, then you've definitely got to watch this. Okay. It takes part after what the destruction that happened at the end of Fate Zero. I'm not going to say anything else because it's a battle royale
territory.
Spoiler territory. Because I mean, I don't want to say anything else. But once you see,
seems to have it.
Yeah, I mean, but for me, I was kind of a bit disappointed with it, like because the Fate Zero, it didn't reach the height of Fate Zero season 1.
And nothing will reach the height of Fate Zero.
I think, yeah, that's true though. But for me, it was, I don't know, but there was a lot of filling in this episode rather than fighting. There's a lot of episodes where there's a lot of discussion that was not really building the plot that much. And in Fate, from what I remember in Fate Zero, there was a lot more fighting. There was a lot more deciding of battles. In this one, it felt like a battle started, but it was going to end with no one dying because something was going to happen that's going to just stop them from fighting. It never felt like a deciding battle.
Randomly placed plot devices.
Yeah, they just appear out of nowhere in first season. And that was the only thing that I'll say let me down in the first season, because really there was no fight that I could remember from first season that was like amazing. But that's what I'm hoping for second season. Yeah, the second season where it picks up, because really, I mean, that's all it has to do now was fight. So
I just want it to follow Fate Zero so badly. I just want it to be that good, but I just know deep down it's just not. And everyone hates on the Fate franchise, but I mean, hey. It has feelings too.
Okay, so is that all we've got to talk about for that one? Is that
I mean, I can go on a rant, but
I mean, yeah, AJ could definitely go further than he is.
Yeah, like I am toned down.
Like it's a blessing that he did not talk forever this time.
So my next anime that I picked was Dungeon.
Dungeon ni dewo mater meru no wa machi gateru dauka.
And that was AJ's first attempt in the real name that Musa did not state.
That pronunciation, it's better than mine.
Yep,
that's fine.
It is.
Dude, that's great.
I mean,
dude, I should be a voice actor.
I think the plot is in the title. Really, I don't know why they need the synopsis for this, but they have the title that big. But basically, from what I can see from the synopsis, it's an action, adventure, comedy, and fantasy romance anime. And it's set in a scene where basically a boy meets a girl and a story develops, from what I've seen from synopsis. Now, this can go either two ways, okay? Because I've seen a lot of animes that do this. Which have so many genres that they can't really do any genre right. And that's really my worry with this show. That this show has a lot of potential to fail. And there's
biggest worry.
And there's high chance.
Worry is reading the title.
Yeah, that's one thing, but the amount of genres that in this show is another way for me. Because if it was just a comedy romance show with fantasy, that would make sense. If it was an adventure comedy fantasy, that would make sense. But if it's action, adventure, comedy, fantasy, and romance, that's a lot of things to incorporate in a single show that's gonna last, for example, 12 episodes.
What does it want to be?
I mean, exactly. What is it going to concentrate on? Is it going to concentrate on the battles? Is it going to concentrate on the romance between the characters? I mean, it can do those two things, but then where's the comedy going to come in? Where's the adventure? And then we have fantasy as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot of things to incorporate in a series that's potentially going to be 12 episodes long. And that's a lot of things to develop. I mean, this is like that kind of thing you could see in a 24 episode being pulled off, but 12 episodes seems a bit big. But I'm keeping an eye on this because it's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, so if I'm going to watch an anime and I know it's got multiple genres to it, I usually lean towards the anime that kind of incorporate the genres, but they always kind of emphasize one main genre more than all the rest, so it kind of builds upon it. So, well, one main reason is because that's usually what the show is best at, and secondly, if there's a show that tries, like you said, to do all those genres in at once, it's really hard to do that. So it's interesting to see where this anime will go, and it's definitely an anime which I would put on my list this season.
Yeah, it's a one to watch, but I would say 3 episodes in, I think you'll get a good idea of how good this anime is gonna be.
Yeah.
So the next anime that I picked was Origaru Season 2. Now, I don't know if I pronounced that right, but basically, if you've seen the Season 1, this show's based on a I gotta take this again.
Yeah,
God
do it
damn.
again.
I
There's too much
lost my
on.
train of thought there. I lost my train of
It's
thought.
like,
I was
word.
from what I remember, because I did watch the series like maybe
First
a month
season
or two
was-
ago,
yeah.
and it did impress me because it was the things that the main character was coming out with. It was literally Bible. It should have been written in a Bible. It was that good. It was a lot of the quotes, like even the people that I was watching.
You should say that the stuff he said should have been in the Bible. I do not understand
I'm gonna
why it
piss off-
wasn't there, scripted in the holy book.
I'm going to piss off a lot of Christians when I said that.
Nah, fuck them.
But yeah, this is a really good series because it's kind of really realistic in a way that how the characters kind of react, especially the main character, because he's really like a recluse and he's like a loner, and the way he reacts and the way he says things to all the other characters in the series, it just makes it really realistic, because that's how you would say it in real life. I mean, that's really what my personality is like in a way, in some points. So I found it really interesting and different, and just a different take on an anime altogether, really. Especially the character development is really good in this one, and not so much the romance though. I really didn't.
Yeah.
There wasn't really much romance content in this, which really surprised me because it is a romance, but it really is more of just a kind of a slice of life, I suppose, with him, and to see how he goes around his school days, making friends and all that. But yeah, really interesting anime, and you should definitely check out season 1 if you haven't already. But I'm looking forward to season 2.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have the greatest thing to ever come out within our century. We have the disappearance of Yuki Nagato, which is the spin-off of Haruhi Suzumiya, or the disappearance arc, really, because it focuses more on the manga that was released instead of the movie. So I'm really happy to find out how this develops and how we get to see a human Yuki go throughout her days in a high school slice of life romance, which just has me fucking giddy with excitement. I am so fucking ready right now. I'm so fucking pumped. But anyways, Yuki Nagato, the disappearance. Wait for it.
Wait for it.
Anything else, guys?
Well, I did watch Haruhi Suzumiya, and that is a great show, like literally one of the best mystery shows, and a lot of people will back me up on that, because especially on my anime list, it's got extremely good ratings, and everyone knows their shit on there. So
Everyone loves it.
yeah, everyone loves it, and for good reason. Great characters, excellent bits of comedy, like, you know, placed here and there, and there's just little blotches of different genres just spread around the anime, and kind of just referenced a bit, but not completely gone into, so it doesn't wreck the actual mystery flow of it. So yeah, I'm really happy for this different kind of arc take on it. So yeah, this is definitely one I'm going to watch.
What I'm scared of is they're getting produced by a different studio. Like the original got produced by Kyoto Annie, and this one's produced by Satellite, and it's sort of like wrenching at my heart, because that was the melancholy that I grew up with. That's the one that I loved, and I don't want anything to happen to make me not like this show. And whether it being what they do with the characters or how they animate it, I just really, really don't want them to fuck this one up, because that's one of my 11 out of 10s, like one of my most favorite shows that I hold dear. So I really don't want them to fuck this up.
I mean, that's true, because I've seen some anime that different studios have really just messed up the anime. I like it if one studio does it because since they did it, they know how to go through it with no mess
got
ups.
this. They know their characters.
Yeah, they know their shit, basically.
And so, guys, we have Studio Trigger trying to yet again just say "fuck the viewers." And if you don't know, this is the same studio that made Kill la Kill. But anyways, what is it? Ninja Slayer from Animation. It's supposed to air April 16th, 2015, and well, you can pretty much sum up what it's going to be about. It's not going to be a traditional series. It's going to be an ONA. And, you know, about a ninja probably kicking ass mercilessly. Brutal. But as for, like, excitement, I'm just like, hey, seems like another little trigger that they're trying to pull here.
I'm guessing there's not going to be much of a plot here. Rather, there'll be more entertainment stuff. Because I think that's where, if you compare the stuff at Kill la Kill, it had plot, but, I mean, people really did watch it for the entertainment.
Oh, it had a lot of plot.
Well, you know, not that kind of plot, but, you know. Still, I do think, definitely, I think you'll get your entertainment value from this, because I trust the Trigger to produce that at least.
Wait, does anyone know how many episodes are in this ONA?
Not quite.
It hasn't announced it yet, no.
Yeah.
Because that's a make or break for me. Like maybe if it's like 5, maybe it wouldn't really interest me that much.
I mean, yeah, ONAs shouldn't run that long. Like, I'd say at maximum 12, but hey.
Oh, that'll be fine then.
I mean, it's Trigger. So, I mean, they might just be like, fuck the viewers again and just...
I better get my fighting entertainment from this
make
one.
like 60 episodes of God knows what reason. But anyways, you know,
that's your basis.
It's Trigger.
Right
they
there,
can do
guys.
whatever the fuck they want.
So there you have it, guys. That is the end of my podcast highlights vid. I hope you enjoyed this. I know it was something completely different to what I normally have on the channel. But yeah, there'll be another top 10 very soon. If you stuck to the end because this video was pretty damn long, then thanks very much. It means so much to me. Also, thanks everyone for supporting me, for getting me so far. You know, having over 3,000 subscribers now, I cannot believe it. It's just overwhelmed me so much these past few months, and I could not be more thankful for it. So thank you once again, and I'll see you next time.